The lighting in here sucks. I'm gonna definitely have to get new lights. Come on in, everybody. Okay, where are my notes? Where are my notes? So I get started on this review. I have my notes for Insecure. Can't use those. Not for Greenleaf. How's everybody doing this evening? It's almost the weekend. Yes, yes. Come on in, everybody. Have a seat. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. And also, make sure you share the video. Please share the video. And make sure you look over in the chat area, because in the chat area, we have the link to our Facebook group. It's like a sister group to this YouTube channel. And of course, it's called Tanya's Primetime TV Media Reviews. I created that channel a couple of years ago. And also my other social media, all the same, Tanya's Primetime TV on Instagram, Twitter, and again, the Facebook group. And then I have my cake decorating page posted in the chat as well, for those of you who want to find out how you can win free cakes every month at the first of the month, or just follow me on my professional cake decorating page, because I am a YouTube commentator and I'm also a custom cake decorator. So I'm glad you guys are here. Now let's talk about this Greenleaf. The episode is season 3, episode 6, and let me just click my other camera on for my Instagram real quick. Don't forget, again, we're on Instagram and Twitter. Don't forget. And we're live on Instagram. Okay, so let's get started. Again, it's Greenleaf. This is a Greenleaf review, season 3, episode 6, and it's called She Changes Everything. And I see that I spelled that wrong. Let me change that real quick. Everything. I must have been tired when I did that. Anywho, couldn't spell earlier. Okay, got it. Now, we open up this episode, or we start off with this episode with Lady May. She's coming down the stairs, tells the bishop she want to holler at him for a second. She's interrupting his golf practicing in the living room. And she hands him a revised version of the statement that they're going to make, you know, at the church in front of the congregation, regarding their divorce and them leaving the church. And she also told him that she's planning for Charity to sing on Sunday as well. And I was thinking, like, Charity, Singing. I mean, you know, Charity is the choir director. She can sing and stuff. But lately she's been popping pills, sleeping pills, Oxycontin, you know, trying to take the pain away that she's experiencing right now because I guess she's depressed or whatnot. So I'm like, I hope she can sing, you know, while she's doped up all day, every day. But anyway, I done came to conclusion that Lady May, she done lost her doggone mind. She's insisting on staying at the church. Just because they got a divorce, she's insisting on staying at the church. And also, I guess, like being on the board or, you know, having placement, you know, with the church instead of just being, you know, sitting on the pews and whatnot. And I guess their church has some kind of bylaws or something, or a custom that they go by, where if the pastor or the pastor or bishop and his first lady, if they divorce, then they have to, I mean, if they, you know, separate, divorce, whatever, they have to step down from the pulpit. And I guess it also implies that they actually have to leave the church. That's what I was kind of getting. I guess I can understand that. But so many churches nowadays, I mean, you could cheat, sleep with the men in the church, sleep with the women in the church, have kids out of wedlock. And so how they still up there preaching? I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, the bishop, he was just like, you know what, May? Just tell the congregation that you are going to be following the good Lord to the land where he leads you. But she's not having that. She's like, I'm not going anywhere. First of all, we done built this church from the ground up, so she deserves every right to continue to belong to that church. And so she's planning on remaining there. She's going to remain planted there like a tree standing by the waters. Yes, Lord. That's what she's planning. And ain't no divorce going to stop her. So that's what her intentions are. He's up there like, okay, man, okay. Let me get back to my get back to practicing my golf. But then as far as Charity, I'm assuming from that scene that she has become addicted to Oxycontin and sleeping pills. When Lady May comes in there and all you hear is this screaming baby, screaming his little heart out. She's up there just snoring under the cover, sleeping on the couch. And Maricel, you know, her staff, I don't know if she's a maid, cook, I don't know what Maricel is. But anyway, I know she works there in the home. And she's up there holding the baby, and regardless of being held, the baby is still up there screaming his little lungs out. And Charity is knocked the heck out. And I'm like, how many pills did you take? Because the baby was screaming so loud. I'm sure everybody in that 50-bedroom house heard that baby screaming. Everybody except for Charity. Lady May, she did not sound like she was trying to be raising no babies. She told Charity if she don't get her act together, and mind you, she told her she took one pill. One pill? I call bluff. One pill is not going to have you knocked out like that with some baby screaming in your ear at the top of his lungs and you cannot hear him. I'm sure she took several pills, probably a few Oxy, probably a few sleeping pills, anything to get her out of, you know, she doesn't want to think about what's going on in her life, so she's just trying to block that all out. And when she threatens to tell Kevin that she's going to tell him about, you know, how she's not being much of a mother right now, she's like, okay, Mom. And she just lays back down. That's how doped up she was. And I'm like, man, what happened to the old Charity? If y'all been watching this from season 1, I would imagine that she would have went this direction towards taking drugs. And even though they prescribed, you can become addicted to prescription drugs. We all know that. And then moving on, one of our favorite heifers, Miss Rochelle. Now, in the past episode, she had kind of had words with the bishop. The bishop, she showed up at their gala. He got upset, basically put her out, told her, you know, they can't see each other outside of church. And then after he speaks to his best friend, he realizes that she might be able to help him because she is in that cryptocurrency, and she's loaded with a lot of money. So his friend says. And so he tries to, go holler at her in her office and apologize for his actions. Basically, he's just trying to find out if she can help him get out of that tax debt that they're in, which is, I think, about $4 million. And she first told him, you know what, I'm not helping you. She brushed him off and everything because she felt he disrespected her and he was mean to her. But I guess she didn't came around. So he goes to visit her and they're talking about the cryptocurrency and everything. And I'm like, dang, she ain't flirting or nothing. I mean, she ain't trying to rub on him like she always be trying to do, trying to sit next to him and breathe down his neck. And I'm like, is she over it? I don't know. I don't know if if she's fronting right now or not. But anyway, she's acting really, really businesslike. No flirting at all. And when she tells him that we are going to be rich or that we can get rich quick, she has his full undivided attention. But I mean, who wouldn't be just salivating at the fact of being rich overnight? So I'm like, when she said we, though, when she was like, we are going to be rich or we are going to get rich quick, I was like, that we part sounds a little bit suspect. But he was like, really? We can get rich? You can just see his eyes light up like, okay, yeah, this is about, I'm about to get out this tax debt now. But anyway, again, it's all suspect. And then when Lady Mae was at the church, she got really frustrated because Maricel, she had called her down to the church and let her know that Charity still has not got up. Charity has been laying on the couch, the same couch in the same position where Lady Mae left her that morning. So she tells Maricel, you know what? I'm sick of this girl. How about you turn off the power to her wing? Turn off the electricity, turn off the water, turn off turn off everything. If the heat on, turn the heat off. She was like, just turn it off. Cut the power off. And I'm like, can we say rehab? She needs some rehab for real. And I mean, she got like, okay, they're already in debt with the IRS. So their staff is hardly getting paid anyway. As far as Maricel, if that was me and I'm up there dusting and sweeping and tending to the house, and now you got me babysitting, heck no. I'm gonna need a promotion. Somebody gonna pay me some extra coins. I need a raise, promotion. It's gonna be one or the other. We either gonna be taking care of babies and changing Pampers, or I'm gonna be cleaning the house, but it won't be both. Not today. But anyway, Lady Mae, what do y'all think she's up to? All of a sudden, she invites her her pastor friend, played by Patti LaBelle. Her name is Pastor Maxine Patterson. And she invites her to her church. And like any other big time preacher, when she gets there, everybody's excited. They're asking for her autograph, snapping pictures, trying to take selfies. And she's like, you know what? I love you guys. After I handle my business, I'll be right back. And I'm like, okay, Pastor Patterson, the last time we seen her, it was when Lady Mae had went to visit her church and told her she was going to leave the church, divorce James, leave the church, go start back at school, missionary school, whatever, church school, whatever you want to call it, and start her own church. At that time, Pastor Patterson had told her, no, you do not, sis. Don't you leave that church. That is your church. You helped build that church from the ground. Regardless of your situation with the bishop, you stay there and you handle your business. So I'm like, is Pastor Patterson there to help her keep her hooks in the church? Even though James told her she has to, step down. We shall see. We shall see. But as far as the bishop and Rochelle, when they see Pastor Patterson there, he's like, Rochelle's like, what's she doing here? And he's like, I don't know. Only the devil knows why she's here. And I'm like, what he need to be finding out, trying to find out is why the heck Rochelle is really there. But anywho, you know how men is with them pretty women. He's blind. He's still blind by her beauty. He's trapped up, trapped up. But Charity, not Charity, Grace. Grace and Rochelle. Grace had requested Rochelle's help because Rochelle's and money and investment and, all kind of stuff like that. And so she had needed her help starting up a fund for women. And basically it's like a legal defense fund for women who maybe been abused or just got in some kind of predicament and they can't afford their own lawyer. She did that right after she killed her uncle, who was a rapist, a pedophile. They got into a tango. He ended up dead. So after that, she was like, you know what? This is something I got my heart set on doing because I'm rich and I can afford an attorney, but some women can't. So then, okay, that's how they got the legal defense fund, just in case some of y'all are a little behind. But she's sitting around with Rochelle. No, Darius. It was Darius, her boyfriend. And he's like, you know what? Is that women defense fund up and ready to go? Because there is this lady who just got arrested. She claims that her husband beat her, abused her, and she done killed him. She done beat him. She done beat him to death. That's what she did. And so she was like, yeah, it's up and running. So, they both get together and they holler at Rochelle. And, she plans to come over and, talk to them about the defense fund. But instead of focusing on the fund or the murderer, she's more interested all of a sudden in Grace's man, Darius. And while Grace is up there trying to get her to look over the case and show her the files and everything, she's up there, Darius, is that a tailored shirt? Like, Grace, do you buy his clothes? Grace is like, no, he buys his own clothes. Oh, really? Most men don't know how to shop. I don't know what she said word for word. I'm just, But what she did say also was, it just looks so, it just fits so well around your neck, your chest. She's like, it just fits so well on your shoulders. And I'm like, why is you all of a sudden into Darius? Is it because Bishop has basically pushed your butt to the side and told you ain't no chance? Hey, Leslie, thanks for joining in. I'm just doing a review of Greenleaf. Hey, and I'm like, is it because Bishop is no longer paying any attention to her? I don't know. But anyway, Grace is like, you know what? Just take the files, take the case, and you can look at it on your own time. And she takes the case and file and says, and oh yeah, Darius, how's it going? What's it like being a reporter? I was like, Grace, you better get your man, because it looks like she's trying to take all of y'all men for a ride. I'm like, Rochelle, focus. Get your own man. But anyway, Lady May, she decides, while the pastor, Maxine Patterson, is there to visit her, she decides, you know what, to share her concerns about Charity. And it's mainly because she don't know what to do. Charity is getting addicted to these pills, the oxy, the sleeping pills. Her baby is at home with the maid, housekeeper, whatever she is, the cook. And Lady May has to tend to business at the church and everything. And Charity, she just don't know what to do. So she tells Pastor Patterson, and she's like, what is she on? And when May tells her oxy and popping sleeping pills, Ambien or something, she's like, for real? All because of a man? She's popping oxy and taking sleeping pills because of some dude named Jabari? She was like, hold up. No, the blood of Jesus. But thanks to Pastor Patterson, she then came up with an idea. She said she knows a doctor or she knows somebody that she can come and help her. And I'm like, hold up. I know this is not Iyanla Van Zant She didn't invite Iyanla Van Zant to help charity. And I'm like, Lord Jesus, the same Iyanla who was just yelling at Tamar on the Braxtons last week and had Tamar in her feelings, the same Iyanla. I think she needs rehab and not Iyanla yelling at her. But anyway, Miss Iyanla, she was like, y'all know how she do. She was like, hello, beloved. Your mother tells me that you are in need of some help from me. Iyanla, she always start off all calm and kind. Hello, beloved. And then it goes up from there. But anyway, she was talking to her, trying to figure out what her problem is and what led her to abusing the oxy and the pills and everything. And Dr. Iyanla, we call her Dr. Van Zant. She had a point there when she was telling her, why aren't you happy? Because she told her that she didn't feel safe. And when she said, you're addicted to drugs, she was like, no, I'm not addicted to drugs. So she was in denial, much like a lot of people who with an addiction, the first thing they say, I'm not addicted, whether it's alcohol, crack, pills, I don't care, Molly's, anything. They always say, I'm not addicted, I don't need help, and I can stop whenever I want to. But do they? Nope. Nope. And then she acted surprised when Iyanla was telling her about Kevin. Kevin, her ex-husband who left her because, kind of like she kind of put him out. I don't know. We'll just say he left her. And he's gay. He left her for another man. She's like, how you find out about this? I'm like, come on now. Your mama told her. Your mama told her. And besides that, you never know. These is church folks. Anything that happens in the church, it spreads like wildfire. Just like gossip in a high school, it spreads like wildfire. But anyway, Iyanla, I have to say she was on point when she was telling her, you know what? You talking about you don't feel safe, but what is your distinction of being safe from being unwanted? And how the heck do you not feel safe in this huge mansion with a big fence wrapped around it? You got a guard at the fence, and you got like 25 other people living there. Like, how you not feel safe? But maybe the real question is, what would it take for you to feel safe and wanted? That's what Iyanla tells her. And I'm like, okay, Iyanla, you making sense today. You making sense. But, I joke about Iyanla, but I done said in other videos of mine, I like Iyanla. Sometimes she goes a little bit far. She can get a little loud, screaming and yelling and about to make you snatch her wig off. But overall, I think she's helped a lot of families, overall. And little Sophia, last episode we saw how she had to have her ovaries removed because she had tumors, the kind of tumors that grow teeth and hairs, and you would think that somebody wouldn't want that inside of you. But she's young and she had her mindset on having kids, getting married, and all that little house, picket fence, little dog. She had those dreams that she had spoke to her boyfriend about just, a few episodes ago. But in this scene, she's talking to her boyfriend and he's trying to calm her down and help her see, a positive side of everything. She's like, how can you be positive and barren? And he was like, well, there was women in the church, who couldn't have babies. And she was like, I don't want to hear that. And this is all God's fault. She started blaming it on God. And in that scene, before it even got to the next scene, I was thinking, I hope that this little God is the will and the way, church going Sunday school girl does not start blaming God for her situation and even refusing to go to church anymore. And as far as Zora, her cousin, Zora, the one who keeps trying to hold on to the man, or I don't even call him a man, he's a boy. They both are around probably what, 15 years old, 16. Anyway, he was beating on her and everything. Zora, she gets in trouble because she keeps reaching out to this boy on the slide and being disrespectful. So her mom had, and her dad, Jacob, they figured, you know what, let's send her to my mom's house, to Lady Mae's house, and see if she can get her in check, get her in line, because obviously they couldn't handle her. So they sent her to Lady Mae's house, and she doesn't want to be there. But while Lady Mae is gone at the church, and Charity is passed out on the couch, she takes advantage of the situation and goes inside Maricel's purse, pulls out her phone, and starts trying to call Isaiah, the boyfriend. Maricel catches her. And, of course, she calls Lady Mae. She tells Lady Mae about it. Lady Mae comes home yelling, screaming, going off, telling her, you know what, you must hate yourself. She talking about she hate being there. She like, no, you must hate yourself, because if you didn't, you know what, only a person who wants to get beat or wants to remain with a person who beats them can hate themselves. True. True. I mean, I'm sure almost every one of us has known somebody who has been in domestic violence relationship. Sometimes they got out. Sometimes when they got out, it was too late. But usually it's because the person has low self-esteem. They don't know their worth. They don't like themselves. They feel like they can't get anyone better. All kind of different reasons why people stay with a woman beater. But anyway, she told her, you know what, you must hate yourself. And then on top of that, I'm like, this little disrespectful, entitled child does not know how well she has it. I mean, your parents are living in your grandparents, I should say, are living in a mansion. Your father and mother have a huge house. They run in a church. Y'all got money. You have no worries, but you're worried about this little boy that keeps going upside your head. I think she probably will be the next person that will need the assistance of the Women's Defense Fund if she stays with him. If she stays with him, yeah, she gonna need it, or either her daddy for trying to kill him. But anyway, y'all feel me? Y'all feel me? And then, like I said, Charity and Iyanla. Charity is in denial. Iyanla is trying to get her to face her demons, face the reason why, why she doesn't want to, or why, I should say, why she keeps taking the sleeping pills and the Oxycontins. When she was talking to her, and she told her that she was scared, and that she didn't feel safe. And when she brought it to the attention of her parents, Lady Mae and the bishop, Lady Mae was like, what do you mean you scared? You never felt safe. Iyanla was like, just listen to her. Just listen to her. She said that when she was younger, she never felt safe. She always felt scared. And it was mainly because her sister's Grace, and her sister's Faith were always scared. But when she was young, she did not know. She did not realize why they were so afraid all the time and why they always acted scared. So, it's kind of like us as parents. If our kids see fear on our face, they feel fear. They're like, Mom, what's wrong? Dad, what's wrong? What's wrong? And they won't stop until you tell them what's wrong. And so, she being hurt, she was the baby. She was like, well, they scared. I'm scared. But anyway, she found out later when they grew up, the reason why Faith and Grace was always so scared was because of their uncle, the one who was raping and molesting them when they were younger, and other little girls. So she tells this to Lady Mae, and Lady Mae is like blowing her off and everything. I don't know why people like you can't have a backbone. There's people out here scared of something. Everybody's scared of something. The whole world is one big scary place, but you need to get a backbone. And I'm like, really? if this is not how some mothers really act in real life, when their children come to them and tell them stuff like that, they really like they try to either make it all about them, or when she told her basically go find you a closet, get down on your knees and pray about it. I was dead. I was like, see, this is exactly why. Exactly why they do not need to get Lady Mae at church. Lady Mae do not need to be running a church. Her own children can't even come to her and tell them what they're going through. No, she been and ran off everybody in that doggone church. Nope, she don't need a church. But then, later on, where we at now? Okay, Zora. After Lady Mae chews her out about the phone, she calls her mom Caressa. Caressa at first didn't even want her to go to Lady Mae's house because she feels like this is my daughter. I'm going to raise her. I'm going to take care of her. I'm going to make sure that she gets back on track. It start going to the left. She starts stealing out the church offering plate, all kind of stuff, being disrespectful. Jacob was like, let's send her to my mom. Lady Mae can get her in check. You know, she old school. You know how them older people are. Shoot, you ain't gonna clown them. But anyway, she calls Caressa and she's like, Mom, you said I can come home whenever I want, and I'm ready to come home. And her mom, Caressa, she's a softie. She is such a softie. So totally opposite of me. So she's like, you know what? I'm going to talk to your father. And she's like, oh, this dripping, sappy, sweet voice. I'm like, how you just go from cussing, going off, slamming doors, I hate this place, screaming and acting a fool, to Mom, I'm ready to go home. And Caressa is gonna fall for it. But then when she talked to Jacob, she was like, let me talk to your father, let me see what he says. Jacob was like, nope, it's not time yet. We sent her over there. She ain't even been over there for a hot minute. She is not ready to come home. So I don't know if Zora's gonna get to come home or not, because they didn't in this episode. She's still there at Lady Mae's. And Sophia, just like I had said before, when I had watched that scene where Sophia was blaming God, you know, for her getting the tumors, you know, on her ovaries, and had to have the ovaries removed. At that point, before I even, you know, watched the rest of the show, I had said I hope that she didn't turn her back on God and hate God and blame him and not want to go to church anymore. And that's exactly what happened. She's sitting around talking to her mom, to Grace, and she's explaining to her that she don't want to go to church no more. And her reason is because, like a lot of people in real life, when something happens to them, somebody dies, somebody gets sick, they get sick, terminal illness, lose their house, lose their job, kids get in jail, kids get killed. You know, we have so many things that we go through, you know, as humans. We give up on God. We don't want to go to church anymore. We don't want to pray. And that's the position that she's in right now. And she tells her, how can I teach Sunday school anymore to the little kids about believing and have faith in this God and him working miracles and all that, when because of him, I can't ever have children anymore. And I was like, man, the reason why I love this show so much is because it's a church show. It be drama. But if you was raised in church as a youth like I have, Leslie, you know, we grew up in church together. Talking to somebody on my Instagram. We grew up in church together. It's all kind of stuff that happened in church. I mean, all kind of stuff that happened in church, but they also have real life things that vices that they go through and fight on a daily basis as well. That's why I really like this show. But as far as that, I really hope that her mother, you know, as a preacher, what I'm hoping will happen when Grace well, hopefully, I'm hoping Grace takes over this church because I do not want Lady May to get her paws on that church. But I think that's really why Sister Patterson is there. But I mean, Pastor Patterson is there. But I really hope that Grace gets to church. And maybe one day, Grace will be preaching and she'll preach one of her good old sermons and her child, and, come down to the altar and, anyway, regain her faith and trust in God again. But, Lady May, after, seeing her behavior, Bishop had told her, after she had told her daughter, you know what, grow a backbone. You talking about you grew up scared, you always been afraid, never felt safe, and get a backbone. Go find somewhere to kneel down and pray. Go seek God. After the bishop sees how she treats his daughter, Charity, he's like, you know what, May? And remember, he had went to see Rochelle earlier about the cryptocurrency and trying to make some money and stuff. So he was like, you know what, May? I'm going to pay this bill all by myself. We don't need to borrow the money. We don't need to, because remember the lady in their church was going to loan them some money until Rochelle got in her ear and said, you might want to seek some financial assistance, advice before you loan them the money to pay their tax bill. So he was like, I'm going to pay this bill all by myself. She's like, how? Don't worry about it, May. Don't worry about it. I got this. But you need to revise your statement that you are going to read in the church to the congregation and make sure you tell them you are leaving. You are leaving the church come hell or high water. You are leaving the church because he does not want that kind of spirit trying to lead the church. Even though he's leaving, he's like, nope, you got to get out of there. But when Sunday comes, Charity, she's on the pulpit, just like Lady May said, I'm going to have her sing. So she's on the pulpit and she's singing her lungs out, beautiful. I love Charity. She's a Winans. So, and I love every Winans. I've been loving the Winans since I was a little kid growing up in church. After she's finished singing, the bishop, he takes the pulpit and he lets the congregation know about his departure. He tells them he's going to be stepping down. Him and Lady May, they're getting no divorce. Lady May with her crazy self, she's like, oh, hold up. I ain't leaving quite yet. I ain't going nowhere right now. Not until after the event of the Day of Lady May. I guess they have like at our church, we have like First Lady celebration, something like that. So maybe it's something like that, the Day of Lady May. I don't know. And she says her guest is going to be Pastor Maxine Patterson. And catch this. The message that she will be preaching is going to be called She Changes Everything. Again, I say, what do y'all think Lady May is up to? If y'all have any idea or y'all have any thoughts what Lady May is going to do or what she got up her sleeve, please let me know in the chat and we can talk about it. Because Pastor Max, I'm going to just call her Pastor Max. Her name is Maxine Patterson. But Pastor Max, she had already told her when May came to see her about leaving the church. She had told her, this is your church. You was there from the beginning. You helped build this from the ground. Even if you're divorcing that man, the bishop, that's your church. You need to take them reins and run that church. So, again, I think she's there to help her get her hooks in that church. I don't know. I don't know. We shall see. We shall see. But if she do, it's going to be a hot mess. A hot, unholy mess. Because I don't think the Lord going to be going for that stuff. But anyway, y'all let me know what y'all thought about this episode. What you thought about any of the cast members. Any of the scenes. Please let me know your thoughts on Zora. Also on Grace's daughter. Because again, a lot of people go through that when they go to church and they have a firm belief in God. And something happens tragic in their life, they turn their backs on God. So let me know what y'all think about that. Also what you think about Charity, and her oxy problem. And I don't know. This just ain't the charity that I'm used to seeing. So I don't know why the writers take it in this direction. I don't know. Hopefully something good come out of that, because for one, she's been popping pills, sleeping pills, Oxycontin. I mean, just sleeping all day, every day. But then she gets up in front of the church and she sings like, I don't know. Anyway, so y'all let me know what y'all thought about this episode, and make sure to click like on the video on my YouTube, please, and make sure you hit subscribe if you are not already a subscriber. If you just passing through and you like the content, subscribe, click like, and also share. And don't forget, in the comment section, I have 2 links, one for our Facebook group, Tanya's Primetime TV Media Reviews, and also the other one is for my cake decorating page. You can click on that link, Tanya's Delight Slice by Slice on Facebook. Find out how you can win free cakes every month if you're in my local Omaha area. You just got to be subscribed to this channel, and you have to like that Facebook page. And on the first of the month, inbox me a number 1 through 100, and whoever the closest wins. There are winners every single month. So until we meet again, Primetime Squad, in the meantime and in between time, stay safe, be blessed, and I'm out.